Good evening, everyone. The time here is 6:51 in the evening. Today is Thursday, October 24, 2024. I just having a conference. I interviewed a small gold trader. They are on panic because they wanted to get the gold, and they asked me if the gold is profitable business. Of course, gold is profitable business. You will not go into gold business if there is no profit. Gold has many uses, my dear. Mhm. Gold is profitable business. Gold can make into necklace. This necklace, the raw materials coming from Africa. Mhm. Gold is the world asset. Gold has the value. Today we are inflation. The world is under inflation, especially the Middle East issue and also the election in United States. So the price of gold is getting higher and higher. Previous days, the price of gold was 88,650 per kilo. And today, the price of gold is 2,736.92. I want you to use your calculator. This 2,736.92 per ounce, you multiply that to 32.15 equals 87,991.97. That is the world market demand. Now, because you are buying raw materials, which is Dore bar, you are not buying 99.99, which is 87,991. You're not. You are buying raw material in order for you to make into different uses. You can make into gold watch. You can make into full state. You can make into medical uses. I explained that many times on my previous video. Every video I have a date because the price change. So if I'll mention today that the price of gold is the 2,736.92 per ounce, in half an hour the price goes up. Now yesterday the price was high. Now a little bit down at the moment. Yesterday the price of gold was 2,760 per ounce. So you multiply that to 32.15. You don't need to ask Walamina. I am not here to babysit you. I am here to tell the world that Africa is the main source of gold. I know you've been a small gold trader. You've been running around, and you landed into Walamina because I'm the only person who put everything. Now, I am not an agency. I'm not. I am your business facilitator. At the same time, I am the extension of the seller. Now, there was an Indian that they have a refinery in Dubai. He said that he's been following my YouTube channel and he went through on my platform. Still, he cannot comprehend. He owned the refinery, huh? Maybe he just pretend to be dumb. And he said that he's been talking to a lot of offer, but he's not convincing enough. So he went back to my YouTube channel and then he came to me today. And I told him, I want to interview you. Open your camera because I need to know whom I'm dealing with. Because most of the buyer, they're pretending to be a buyer, especially on their profile. If I don't see your profile properly, I wouldn't believe that you're a buyer. I wouldn't. Why? This gold business is $1 million business. We need to know whether you are a buyer or not. And you as the buyer, you want to know whether the seller is real or not. I am the gatekeeper. You come to Walamina today, this Indian, you come to Walamina, and then you don't want to open your camera. Why are you scared to to open because I'm going to interview you whether you meet the criteria or not. You own the refinery in Dubai, and why you cannot find the real supplier? Mm-hmm. That is my question. That is why I'm here live again. I'm here to tell the world that, guy, don't play games. You go on YouTube. YouTube is the best site, and I'm the only person who put my face, and I'm the only person who put everything. Now you're gonna ask, Wilhelmina send me an FCO. You did not read properly. The FCO is here in front of you. Yeah, I came here live on my platform because I need to update the price. Only the price I'm going to update. Only I'm going to ask a question, and also I'm going to give you the answer. Now today I open my virtual office from 10 o'clock in the morning until midnight because we have a time difference. Now we are now on 7 o'clock in the evening. Mhm. Now, to all potential small gold trader, pay attention reading. Before you come to Wilhelmina on WhatsApp or on Skype or on my messenger, make sure you read the full corporate offer in front of you. Don't come to Wilhelmina unless you comprehend. When my seller hired me to handle marketing for them, the seller didn't explain to me. I was the one who gathered because I want you, Mr. Buyer, to get the real supplier. There's so many fake offer, I'm telling you. Now the gold is not cheap. The gold is not CIF, cost insurance and freight. Gold is not LC, letter of credit. Gold is not standard letter of credit, which is is BLC. This is cash business. You have the money, we have the gold. Now your paper money has no value at the moment because we are on the world inflation. When the world inflation, the commodity goes up, the price goes up. Mhm. So everybody buy gold because gold is a tax haven. You have the gold, you walk into the pawn shop, you cash in, that is cash. Now, I know Dubai is the main source of buyer. Most of the buyer, they registered their company in Dubai because they wanted to sell it to the refinery. That is not my business. My business is you come to us, we have the gold mined by the seller. Wilhelmina is only a gatekeeper. Wilhelmina will interview you whether you qualified or not. When you qualify, then I would determine which seller I'm going to place you. If you are from Dubai, Conakry is the best for you. Why? Conakry and Dubai, there is a direct flight which is Emirates. And if you ship the gold big quantity, use Sky Cargo, it is your responsibility to talk to Sky Cargo in Dubai. That's not my job. My job, we have the gold cash business. You will be invited to come over until Wilhelmina determine that you are a buyer or not. Now, you must remember you come to Wilhelmina because you find a hard time to secure supply. I am not an agency. I am your business facilitator. At the same time, I am the marketing consultant and mandate of the seller. Now, Mr. Buyer, my services is not for free. When I travel with you, yes, I do charge my travel cost. At the moment, you're getting free information for free. This information worth $1 million. Now, no such broker offer you full details, full corporate offer in front of you. I want you to read Mr. Gold Trader. Read it. Click below and subscribe. Time to time, I update the price of gold today. Tomorrow, the price would be different because the price of gold changes every half an hour. You visit Kitco, you will see the movement of the gold because I always visit the website of Kitco. That is really very good information. Mhm. Now you're gonna ask me, well, Amina, where is the gold coming from? I handle Conakry, Guinea, Mali, and Sierra Leone only. Because I know the seller, I've been to Africa, I brought the buyer got the gold. But you need Wilhelmina to be with you on the first shipment or first trial because African sellers are hard to come by. African sellers are hard to deal with. They are stubborn as well like you do. If the seller didn't like you, he can reject you. He can. It doesn't matter if you're gonna be invited by any seller. If the seller didn't like your attitude, your business behavior, he will not deal with you. He will not pick up your phone call. He will not show up on your meeting. It's better you let Wilhelmina come with you because Wilhelmina knows the industry. Now, I do charge $20,000 to accompany you. You're buying $1,000,000 here. $20,000 is peanuts. But guarantee you will get the gold. Why I want you to take Wilhelmina? If there is an issue, I would be there for you on the ground. And then I can find a backup. If the seller rejected you, especially during the meeting, then I can find a backup. Now, what necessary requirement you are going to comply? After you listen to this video, you click below, you subscribe, you read this full corporate offer. The full corporate offer is very thorough. After our live video conference, then I will tell you, okay, I will take you to Mali if you want tons of gold. Okay, I will take you to Conakry if you're from Dubai. Okay, if you want Sierra Leone, I will take you. You will be invited by the seller who owned the gold. So there is a process. The seller would not tell you. If someone offer you cheap price, $35,000-$40,000, it's not that. The seller are smart. They will only base on the world market demand. Now the gold is high demand at the moment. Look at Russian company positioning themselves in Africa everywhere. Burkina Faso, Ghana, Mali, Sierra Leone, Conakry, Kampala, Nairobi are everywhere. Chinese are everywhere. Australian mining company are everywhere positioning their business in Africa. You as a small gold trader, you're a small timer, you need to have a capital. We don't sell 1 kilo, 2 kilos. There is a minimum. At least 20 or 30 to start with. It's already $1 million. If you don't have that, keep your money, stay away from gold. We don't sell 1 kilo, 2 kilos. Okay, if someone offer you 1 kilo, go for it. You travel and go for it. We sell bulk by export. Minimum at least 20. But if you really convince me, I might squeeze the seller to have 15 or 10 kilos, but don't bank on it. Because the seller has changed. The seller knows that the gold is high demand and gold is selling very fast. My seller has his own existing client and you are my new client. Everybody come to Wilhelmina, right? Everybody search for gold and you found Wilhelmina on this YouTube platform and on my Facebook. So when you watch this one, I'm putting the link. You click the link, you will be redirected to my platform on Facebook. You can see the picture. On every picture, there is a message. Pay attention properly. Don't rush because I'm not excited to meet you on live video interview. I'm going to interview you whether you're a buyer or not. Now, I know there's a lot of chain or broker. I decided not to deal with the chain or broker. I prefer to deal with the buyer. The buyer get the discount, okay? The buyer get the discount Our selling price, whatever the price today, the price of gold is 87,991.97 less 8%, which is $80,000 952.61. But don't bank on it because the price of gold changes every half an hour. Okay, I will give you the link on the goldworld.org. You click that, you will see the price of gold every half an hour. Then whatever the world market price, less 8%. So when you resell the gold to your customer 2%, you still get 6%. However, Wilhelmina is very kind and generous. I am with you. I'm going to renegotiate the price for you because you're paying my extra service. My services is not for free. When I travel with you, it's no longer for free. At the moment, you're getting vital information worth $1 million. It's free. But when I travel from Australia to Africa, it's no longer free. Do you mean to say I'm going to travel for you, and then when you resell this gold, you get a handsome profit? You are using my services. My services is very important. My services is not cheap. 20,000, and then you're gonna say, oh, too expensive. Where you are buying expensive item? You're buying $1 million worth, and then you cannot afford to pay $20,000 for my extra service. It's non-refundable. That is why I need to scrutinize you. And when I scrutinize you, then I would know which seller I'm going to bring you. Because I need also to inform the seller that we have the buyer here. We make sure we service the buyer. Don't travel without Wilhelmina. And if you are on the ground, please don't come for help because I'm not here to rescue you. You are creating your own mess. There was a buyer that he traveled and he got the information from me. And when he was on the ground, he come back to Wilhelmina. What happened? Disaster. So I'm using this information for you, Mr. Buyer, in order to understand that cutting corner is very bad. There's a lot of buyers in Dubai stranded in Africa. They knows me. They're looking for cheap price. They're dealing with so many fake offer. What happened? Disaster. Wilhelmina is very firm. Gold is not cheap. The price of gold today is 87,991.97 less 8%, which is 80,952.61. Now, I'm going to view again because the price changes every half an hour. Okay, the time now is 7 o'clock already in the evening. Just bear with me. Now, a while ago was 2,736 per ounce, 0.92. Now, the price of gold is 2,738.26. In dollars terms, it's 88.37. Okay? 88,039.29. Per ounce is 2,738.33. So don't bank on it because the price of gold changes every half an hour. Now, why you want to buy gold? You are in business. You are a jewelry manufacturer. Your factory would not function if there is no supply. Gold in Africa has many uses. Africa is the main source of precious mineral. So that is why you come to Wilhelmina, because I marketed Africa. I only marketed Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. I will determine which seller I'm going to bring you. Now you're gonna say, Wilhelmina, which seller what is the name of the seller? Well, you have not convinced me. You just like to apply for a job. When you apply for a job, you need to answer the question because you are going to submit your resume. Your resume is you are a businessman. You are applying to purchase. You are not playing games here. Gold is not for a game. Gold is real. You're applying to secure. As I've said to you, we don't sell 1 kilo. We don't sell 2 kilos. Minimum at least 20 or 30 kilos to start with. So you must have a capital. If you're a small timer, you can travel to Nairobi. You can travel to Kampala. Gold in Kampala, Nairobi coming from Congo. Congo is United Nations embargo. And when they bring the gold to particular country, they have to change the export documentation. Now, you're buying gold from the seller who produced gold. Wilhelmina is only a gatekeeper. Wilhelmina is telling the world that Africa is the main source. We have gold, bauxite, diamond, and gas. I only handle gold and diamond. That's all. So now, Mr. Buyer, I will put the current price, but don't bank on it. The price changes every half an hour. Okay? Now, a while ago, the price of gold is 88.39 per kilo. It is 2,738.33 per ounce. Use your calculator. You multiply that 32.15 equals $88,000. 039.29. Now, I'm going again to the world market because the world market moving very fast. Okay. Now, the price of gold per ounce is maintain 2,738.34 per ounce, which is 88.39.61. So you go on this gold world market. You will see the movement of gold. Now we are now almost ending 2024. The price might goes up to 2,800 per ounce. Assuming next month, because we are now on October 24, assuming next month, which is November, 2,800 per ounce times 32.15. This could be the price next month. So, Mr. Buyer, act now. Talk to Wilhelmina. I am helping you to renegotiate the price. When you resell it to your own customer, you have your own customer. If you are a jewelry manufacturer, come to Africa with Wilhelmina. If you are from Dubai, I'll take you to Dubai. If you want Mali tons of gold, I will take you to Mali. But my services is not for free. I have to be with you in order to assist you. If there is an issue, I could find a backup for you. Okay? Now, what you're gonna do after you listen to this video, Mr. Buyer? Read the full corporate offer. Click below. After you read the full corporate offer, I want you to send me your business registration a copy, importation license, passport copy, the proof of fund, your bank statement that you have $1 million. Why? Why I'm asking that? That information of yours, your credential, signify that you are a real buyer. I would not send you FCO anymore. The FCO is in front of you. So what you have to do, you read it. That FCO is very extensive. I explain thoroughly. The seller would not explain to you the way I explain. Now I know you have been roaming around, talking to different seller, and you come back to me. Just like this Indian. He owned the refinery in Dubai. And I told him, I want to talk to you live video call because I want to know you. He already know me. He already watched my video, but I don't know him. I want to know him so that I would position his order. And if you don't open your camera and you hide your face, to me, you're not a buyer. You signify that you're a joker. You signify that you are information collector. I am the information center at the same time. I provide information, vital information. But when I travel with you, I do charge my extra service. Now, we will send you the official contract after I gather your credential, because I have to submit this to my seller that I validated you. Let us proceed. You will receive confirmation of your order. You will receive the invitation, and you will receive the contract. Now, before you receive the contract, I'm going to gather your information, your email, your address, your full name, your company name, that credential of yours. I'm going to look at it. Then I'm going to tell you, okay, if you're from Dubai, I will take you to Conakry, because Dubai and Conakry is one stop. But if you want tons of gold, we have plenty. I will determine which seller I'm going to place you. You must remember, Mr. Buyer, every country there is valued added tax. There is. In Dubai, when I purchased this jewelry in Gold Souk, I pay 5% VAT. I don't complain. So, when I return to Australia, I have to declare this in the airport. I show the receipt. So, the 5% VAT, they return back into my bank account. In your term, you declare the VAT at the end of the financial year. That is not my business. It is yours. I'm just giving you the scenario. You declare that your VAT, you can claim the VAT at the end of the financial year. So the seller will charge you valued added tax, because gold is taxable. In Mali, the tax is 7%. That is normal. In Conakry, 6.5. In Sierra Leone, 6.5. So every year, they change the valued added tax. The seller would not tell you. Now, Mr. Buyer, I advise you properly. Listen to Wilhelmina. If the seller will say, okay, you pay taxes, I will send it to you. Don't do that. You need to travel. You need to establish your business relationship with the owner of the gold before you pay. You need to assay the gold. You need to inspect the gold. You need to bring your gold analyzer. You can buy gold analyzer online. There is 10,000, there is 7,000. You need to spend money. You cannot just get for free. There is no free in this world. You're lucky you get the free information from Wilhelmina. This is worth $1 million. You're just lucky. And then those joker broker doesn't like my guts. Doesn't like it. Why? Because I'm very frank. It's better to deal with a person who is very frank and honest. I was being deceived with the buyer and the seller when I handled Ghana 2011, because I wasn't there for them. Then I traveled to Ghana. I was also screwed. So this time, because of my bad experience, I learned from it. Now, Mr. Buyer, I don't want you to happen. I know you were being deceived as well. I refrain using scam, because scam means you were being lied. And the seller lied to you, and you also lied to yourself. I was being deceived. Yes, but I learned from it. So I move on. So that is the reason why this video is really vital for you, Mr. Buyer. If you cannot afford, I'm sorry, there is no free in this world. I repeat again, gold is not for CIF, cost, insurance, and freight. Gold is not for letter of credit. Gold is not for bank instrument. If you're asking letter of credit, you have to borrow money in the bank, because the bank will not release the money for you. Gold is money. Gold is cash. So therefore, you need to have $1 million. Now, the seller would no longer selling 1 kilo, 2 kilos. Used to be, we sell 5 kilos, 10 kilos. Today, I was being informed by the head office, minimum at least 20 kilos. So therefore, you must be a real buyer. And then if you say, oh, Wilhelmina, I want to buy 1 kilo to sell it to my client because I want to make profit. You make profit if you make a purchase of at least 20 kilos. You will make a profit when you have a capital. You are investing to buy commodities. Your profit in every bar, if you are really paying attention to Wilhelmina, your profit per kilo is 11,000 if I'll give you a very good negotiation price. But if you don't want to pay my travel cost, is 8%. Still, you can resell it to your own customer of 2%. You still get 6%. Your profit is 6,000 per kilo. You're gonna say, Wilhelmina, how did you do that? Very simple. Use your head. Use your calculator. Right. Whatever the world market price, less 8%, how much is your profit? Now, I'm gonna give you a hint. Okay, today, the price is 88,039.29. Less 8%, your profit is 7,043 per kilo. Okay? Then minus 88,039.29. This is the price per kilo. Already discounted 8%. Can you see that? Now, if I'll travel with you, I will renegotiate the price for you. Okay? I might consider to give you 12 to 14%. Let's say, assuming you convince Wilhelmina, I will renegotiate the price for you. I will demand to the seller to request if you can get 14%. 14%. So this is your profit per kilo. Which one you like? 7% profit per kilo, or this is 11% per kilo. Now, minus 88,039.29. Okay? 88,039.29 less. Assuming 14%, don't bank on it, huh? Because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. Okay? Minus 88,039.29. So we sell to you $69,619. 69. So you are more advantage. You're a winner. So my 20,000 is peanuts. You will recover because I've given you 14%. Only if Wilhelmina would be with you. But if you don't want to pay my $20,000 extra service, 8%. I will monitor your movement. But if there is an issue, don't call Wilhelmina because I'm too far. I live in Australia, my dear. This is my virtual office. Okay? I accept your order. I interview you just like when you apply for a job. Whether you will get the job or not, you're applying to buy. Then Wilhelmina will interview you via live video call. Then I will determine whether you meet the criteria or not. Does that make sense now, Mr. Baya? On my YouTube channel, I watch the people who visited, they listen. Okay, you listen. One day you will come back. But don't wait for it. Because we are now ending 2024. 2025, the price of gold, there was a prediction by Kitco, it might go to 3,000 or 3,500. Let's say 3,000 per ounce. Multiply that 2015, 12, this is the price, 2025. Now, Kitco was saying that there is a prediction of 3,500 per ounce, 32.15. This could be the price, 2025. So why are you waiting for? Buy now while you can still afford. Gold is a tax heaven. The big spender are big company like Russian, Chinese, Indian, German, Italian, Australian. They are in Africa. They're big company. They are buying bulk. And you are a small trader, you buy small. Now you need to have $1 million or $500,000. Now I will determine whether you are going to qualify. You can travel to Nairobi. You can buy 2 kilos, 5 kilos. But that gold from Nairobi is smuggled from Congo. You can go to Ghana. Ghana has no supply. Why? The government is getting strict. You will not get the gold in Ghana unless you paid in full. Now, there are 14 refineries in Ghana struggling to get the supply. Some gold are smuggled from Sierra Leone, some gold is smuggled from Cameroon, some gold is smuggled from Nairobi, some gold is smuggled from Conakry. There was a guy when I was in Ghana, and he saw my posting because once I'm in Africa, I put my posting that I'm in Africa. There was a young African. He wear nice suit. He came to the hotel, and he asked me to sell nugget. He brought it from Liberia in Ghana, and I told him, "Why did you bring it to Ghana?" "Oh, madam, I was told that there was an American buyer, but when I bring the nugget, he's not a buyer, he's a broker." So he deposited his nugget at the security company. So the demurrage is increasing. And he come to me wearing nice suit. I feel sorry for him. He doesn't have money to pay taxi. Can you imagine? He asked me to pay his taxi, and also he asked me to buy food, but he's wearing nice clothes. I feel sorry for this African guy from Liberia. And I told him, I am not here to give you money. I am not a charitable institution. However, because he was been begging, I gave him to pay taxi, but I didn't give him to buy food. No one is giving me for nothing. Another American, he went to Dubai. He has only 40,000. He went to Kampala. He's stranded in Dubai for 3 years. Every time I'm in Dubai, I call him to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Where are you going to find that stranger to feed this stranger? My heart is full of gold. And your heart is not full of money. You think that you can make money. You can make money if you have money in the bank. So this American guy was deported. Before he was being deported, I sent him $450. He said he's going to pay me back. Now he cannot afford another Filipina stranded in Nairobi for 12 months. And I sent her $350 to buy food. Now she's in Dubai. I don't know what she's doing in Dubai. Maybe she's selling her flesh. And I asked her, "Oh, when are you going to repay?" And she said she doesn't have the money. But I saw her on Facebook wearing nice clothes, and going to party. Maybe she's also selling her flesh. This is not for her. She went to Nairobi, a Filipina. Her boyfriend paid her airline ticket. I don't know if she repay her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is Nigerian. So I'm just sharing you here. This is true. I'm not making stories. If I mention that Filipina name, she might be embarrassed. If I mention that American guy, that she was stranded for 3 years and she was being deported, he gonna be embarrassed. I'm just telling you, Mr. Baya, do not travel if you have limited cash. Do not beg to Wilhelmina because I don't like to hear that you are begging, because this is not for bigger. This is real business. If your relationship with your wife, that's not my problem. You travel to Africa thinking you make profit. You can make profit when you have a capital. If you don't have a capital, at the end of the day, I'm telling you, you're gonna encounter disaster. Then you're gonna say, "Oh, well, Amina, I was being scammed." Whose fault is that? Yours. And also, do not come to Alamina if you are on the ground, because I'm not here to solve your problem. You are creating your own problem. Before you create your problem, talk to Alamina whether you're qualified or not. At least I prevent your problem. At least I prevent before you encounter a problem. Does that make sense? Thank you very much. I think I explained it. Listen to this video properly. I will summarize. After you listen to this video, read the full corporate offer in front of you. Click, it says more. Subscribe time to time. You will be notified and read the full corporate offer. After you read the full corporate offer, then you come for live video conference. You send me your business registration. I will review it. Then we can do business. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening, good morning to you. Whenever you are, you take time, don't rush because gold business is not for rush business.